All right, it's the rundown. It's Wednesday, November 3rd, presented by Barstool Bites. You guys see it on the blackjack table here. You see it on that little table over there. Barstool Bites is live. Go download it in the App Store or in the Google Play Store, or go to barstoolbites.com. If you download the app or you go to the website right now, you can check out your delivery and pickup options near you, and you get free delivery exclusively for the next 30 days only. We've known about this for a while. Big initiative here at Barstool. We all have a bucket. I have wings. Dave has chicken tenders. Carl has a sampler bucket, and Chief had popcorn, but now you have something else. Is that right?
Yeah, popcorn's off the menu, I guess, and now it's going to be fries. The fries are awesome. So very happy with that. I feel like that's a big upgrade, popcorn and fries. And then Dave's chicken tenders, I had like 6 of them today. So
they're excellent.
They're great.
Were you mad that you were the popcorn guy to start?
A little bit, because it was something disingenuous. I love popcorn. I just wanted to be like something that I could get behind, and it was not going to be flavored popcorn. I'd rather just like stove cook it and then hand deliver it.
We get into a big debate about this on tomorrow's dog walk, so check that out.
Wait, hold on. I want to know this right off the bat. Are you one of the bad guys that you throw in the microwave for a couple minutes and you hit popcorn? You're a stovetop where the bubble things?
I use no, not even the bubble. I know what you're talking about, where it like fills it up.
Yeah.
No, I just have like a pot, and I use coconut oil and
Chief goes out and cuts lumber for his wood stove.
Yeah.
You guys are bums.
Chief likes to grow the corn. The maize.
You guys are just bums. You guys don't appreciate any like that.
Do you know what the kernel is called? I think it's called the germ.
I think I've never heard that, but you might be right.
I think it's called.
Why didn't you let him?
It germinates, right? A seed germinates.
Chief likes to be romantic about popcorn, and that's fine.
Chief's a romantic guy. He was romantic about trains earlier, right? Was it trains?
Yeah. I was on Red Line.
There's an inside joke. Romantic is the word of the day today, guys. If you use romantic in other formats than talking about having sex and getting laid.
We have we got simpleton brains on this side of the room that you don't understand that you have more than one use of the word romantic. These guys are going to couldn't even time up your air fist pound. But yeah, I said a cross-country train ride could be romantic. But same way baseball can be romantic.
This is real deal, guys. You guys know Eric Greenspan. He's the critically acclaimed chef. He's on a bunch of shows and everything. He's behind it, so it's awesome. And there's a lot of good dishes. The sliders, the clem swishes.
I had the Glenny Ball sliders, and it was out-fucking-standing.
Yeah, it's good
Outstanding.
stuff.
How many balls?
Go download the app.
I gave it a 5 balls review.
Okay.
Go download the app, and or just go to barstoolbites.com, check if it's in your neighborhood, and you get free delivery for 30 days. All right, World Series, the Braves win. Carl, what do you got?
Probably one of the more, up until, the Braves took control last night, I thought the series was outstanding through the first 5.5 games. I think everybody wanted to see a Game 7. The only downside is I think it's very easy to predict that this Braves team will probably be one of the most forgotten champions of my lifetime.
See, it all depends on 2022 and beyond, I think, because in spite of their – obviously they just won the World Series. In spite of that, they were missing their 2 best players. Like, a lot of people were expecting the Braves to be contending for a World Series this year. It wasn't some – like if the Mariners would have won it and then gone on and flopped the next 5+ years – they would have been unforgotten, even though they won 90 games this year. The Braves were expected to – they underperformed this year throughout the regular season, that is. They made the playoffs because the East was dog shit, went on and won the World Series. I wouldn't be surprised if this core got another 1 or 2, maybe, out of it because Soroka's coming back, Acuna's coming back. They don't have any money issues at all. All these guys are extended for the most part. Acuna is and Albies is.
They're saying Freddie Freeman won't be there. In the core that was there's guys that are injured and stuff. The people who did a lot of the damage aren't going to be there next year. So it's a very unique situation.
We'll see.
Because they do have the young guys you build around, but those weren't the guys that fucking carried the team at the time. It's like the Jorge Solers. If Freddie Freeman does or doesn't come back, that's a different issue. But it's just going to be forgettable. Like, 5 years from now, if you're like, 2021 World Series, like I think it's going to take some time to dig up the Braves.
Whereas if you look at the other teams that aren't kind of like a one and done, let's say, the Cubs don't count because that was a massive curse-breaking moment. The Royals, there was something awesome about that one.
They also two of them. They went to
and there was something like really, but I'm talking like the last decade or so. You know what I mean? There was something really cool about.
Yeah,
that
there was a
Royals team.
charm. Are we ready for
Yeah.
this again? There was a romantic charm to the way the Royals went about it. Small ball, good defense,
True.
heavy bullpen usage, a lot of
Contact.
veterans, a lot of
Yes.
guys that were homegrown. Ned Yost, fucking longtime guy.
Who was a center fielder who didn't start playing baseball until he was like 18?
Yeah, Kane.
Yeah.
Lopane, yep.
Nationals had a bunch of guys who got over the hump for the first time.
Yeah,
Like,
you
it
got
was-
Alex
Strasburg,
Gordon
yep.
from Omaha and Lincoln, Nebraska.
I think
coming to
that's
the Royals and doing
like
some damage.
I forgot that the Nationals won it all 2 years ago.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like
I don't
and
think
even
I'll
then,
forget
dude,
this
they
Braves
had
team.
they had
I don't know.
Scherzer and Strasburg and they had Rendon and
This is
Maybe that's what it is. I won't forget it because it was the first year the Sox went to the playoffs. I mean, obviously the COVID year, that take that as you will, but like this was the first year the White Sox scored.
dude, I bet you'll forget next week.
I won't. For me personally, I won't because I expect the Braves to be 95 win team for the foreseeable future.
I'll always remember that fucking dick shot by Jorge Soler, though. Holy
yeah.
fuck.
I mean,
They said it went
he
460.
put Albert Pujols on notice with that one last night. Because the one Pujols at Minute Maid or whatever it's called,
Yeah.
that's a fucking rocket. But
I saw, was that a shot at Big T and our other guy over there at their celebration?
it's not a shot at Big T because I went to the College World Series with him and I
Okay.
know him. I've sat with him at like in Tennessee elimination games and stuff. Like, it's not just like Big T's on the internet and I'm on the internet and that's how I know him. So there is a little bit of shot there. But I know the point is, and what Ed's talking about is the
you're
celebration for the
If
Braves.
you're unfamiliar, Big T, and it's escaping my name, I apologize. He's Travis's for the boys guy. He's from Atlanta. Real hard worker, real good kid from what I understand. And they were celebrating Sean. His name's Sean. Sorry, thank you. So Sean and Big T were celebrating. It wasn't like a crazy celebration. They had a moment. Carl quote tweeted it and was like, "I've celebrated a Bears first down harder," and it seems to have taken off. So that's
They
why I'm bringing it up.
softly hugged a little bit. There was like a pat on the back. There wasn't. I don't even think anybody had like an exclamation.
But I don't. It's tough to judge because you don't know
100%.
how you're going to be when that happens.
He doesn't know what he's doing. This is the first championship of one of his
doesn't know
team
how-
in his
yeah.
lifetime. Like,
Yeah,
right?
but he
Like,
celebrated it like he's had 20. He celebrated it like
Okay.
if they didn't win, he'd be like I'd be really upset. Like, because he'd be furious if they lost. So like I like to see the duality of the highs and the lows, not
yeah.
just like that's
Maybe it
like
was
this
just
team
a-
was
in a-
52 and 55 on August 1st, and he was selling them down a river. He was saying in July like this team sucks. Like fucking.
I mean, they did suck though. They did.
Okay. Congrats to the Braves. Congrats to the city of Atlanta. Aaron Rodgers has COVID. He will be out for Sunday's game against the Chiefs. Chief, what do you got? You like that there?
Chief, what I got? Yeah, I don't know. Everyone's pulling up that clip where they asked him about it, and he said, "I'm immunized," which I don't know if that meant he had a dose of the vaccine or didn't. That's like the big talking point. It was maybe he's not vaxxed, and then he said that it was like a personal issue, and then he had got like maybe he had COVID, had antibodies. I don't know. But it's like it's taken everybody by storm. So Jordan Love time. We'll get to see the guy who's going to terrorize us for the next 20 years.
Ban Aaron Rodgers for life. I agree with Big Cat. Death penalty.
For COVID?
Yeah. He lied.
Did he?
Did he?
No, I'm kidding.
I like the word he used. Say that word again.
Immunized.
Immunized.
Yeah, because like
Could
that
have
could
had-
just mean so many things.
could be natural immunity from having COVID.
And yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
had
no,
liquid
listen,
gold coursing
He's
through
getting a
my
lot of
veins
shit
for a while.
on a real note. Obviously, I was kidding. He's getting a lot of shit for people saying he was lying. He didn't lie. People didn't catch him say immunized. So
Yeah.
They took it as I got the
Right.
shots.
yeah. So
Where he was like more careful about it than say like a Cole Beasley.
yeah. So he's not
Right.
a liar technically. He just
Right.
his word choice
But
put people in a blender. I guess.
yeah,
It was carefully selected, and I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
As somebody who's been watching Aaron Rodgers play against his team and just dismantle him for so long, I can tell you this is on brand. He's one step ahead every fucking time he's ahead of the room.
Yeah.
Every time he sees it just a little bit fucking clear. Great word.
Yeah.
Yep.
So all right.
Immunized.
Aaron Rodgers out for Sunday. Next topic: Elon Musk. This was crazy. So, the UN, they made something. They're like, if Elon Musk donated 2% of his net worth, it would solve world hunger. And Elon Musk calls their bluff because it'd
Yeah.
be $6 billion. He's like, all right, if you can actually show me the books, open the books, throwback. If you could show me the books to where this is going to, I will donate $6 billion. Called their bluff. Dave, you love to call people's bluff. What do you think?
All right, Ed, there's about 8 people or 8 billion people in this planet,
Mm-hmm.
he could theoretically give a lot of them. What would that be? What would the numbers be there? $100,000?
80 cents per person.
80 cents per. It'd be a lot. I know you'd be all about that.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I
You
think.
didn't catch on to that, I don't think.
Well, let's go to you then. If we.
Yeah, I think that thing, that's just like a common trope that I feel like people say,
Yeah.
like, oh, like if they did this, then
Right.
if then all of the world's problems would be solved. Not to like be callous about like extreme poverty and people in hunger, but like we're already doing pretty good at this. There was a stat, I looked it up while we were sitting here getting ready. In 1820, 94% of the world's population lived in extreme poverty. In 1990, it was 34.8. In 2015, it was just 9.6. So, like, we're heading in the right direction, and it's getting better all the time. And that's because countries like China, like, all those people get lifted out of poverty. Like, I don't think Elon Musk is handing money to the UN, which is probably not the best use of that money, and are not going to be able to distribute it the right way. I think that's a bunch of bullshit.
I do love him calling out their bluff, though.
Oh yeah,
Just calling the
you
bullshit.
love a good bluff call.
And he's also a guy who has like done away with all material goods. Like he got rid of his house. Like he got rid of all this shit. So it's like he clearly like doesn't care about the money, unless other than like spending it on rockets. So I think he would probably do it if he believed it, because he's gotten rid of. He doesn't own a house.
Carl, you got anything?
I'm out on the UN. I'm out on like all these like international bodies designating this, recommending things, policies. You know, I got a hard enough time getting a fucking garbage can for my alderman and like the street sweep and all that stuff. So like the idea that I want to be concerned about UN, but like there's just people that live at a different level, and I admire and I'm jealous of regular people that walk the earth that are like, oh, the fucking Elon Musk, open up the books. That's an impressive amount of caring.
Yeah, and I think the big problem from what I've read too is that even if you had the money, like food is obviously hard to with the expiration dates and perishable and shit like that. Mm-hmm. Like it would still be hard to.
So you're saying that
like
$6 billion can't
happen.
buy a lot of canned tuna?
I'm sure it can.
We don't want to buy all canned tuna.
I mean, I was
And you get in the
first
dolphin
non-perishable.
reserves, it's not good.
Hey, can you hand me one of those Kelly Keegs sweet things?
Those are really good.
Those are fucking
Those
fire.
might be my favorite thing on the menu.
Those aren't
I'm
on
not
this
kidding.
table.
Can you hand me one?
They're
Yeah.
not on this
What is
table.
that?
That's chips. Those are blue
those are
corn
chips?
chips. You want a blue
Download
corn?
Yeah, I'll have
Barstool
one.
Bites. Little
Look like
impromptu
Kelly Keegs
ad
things.
moment there from Dave.
Next topic. Some Tik Tok Kid, 18-year-old. He got arrested for a high-speed chase, and he said to the cops, "I can do whatever I want. I have 4 million followers." Dave,
I have a take. This kid just needs his ass kicked. Just his fucking ass whooped. You know how good, like, I'm not saying that my father was abusive, but he would, like, put the fear of God into me. And he'd, you know, smack me around here and there when I got out of control. And I think that molded me into the fine young man that I am today. And sometimes you need that. And looking back,
You're not that young anymore. You just had your birthday.
I'm younger than you. And I will always be younger than you. And there's nothing you can do about that.
That's so mean.
But you're 33.
Yeah, see,
You're
he's
33.
no turtling right now.
I'm not turtling.
But
You want to take our
what
hats
I'm
off?
saying
You
is-
wanna take our hats off.
We can take hats off.
Okay.
I mean, why do we gotta go hair?
But what I'm saying is
it's a
this
trump
kid
card.
just some punk bitch 18-year-old who doesn't know his fucking asshole from a hole in the ground,
yeah,
and he needs an ass kicking.
4 million followers is a lot, though.
yeah.
Yeah,
Carl.
that'd be kind of sick.
I have a take. If White Sox Dave had 4 million followers at the age of 18,
Oh.
I mean,
I'd be the biggest piece of shit of all time.
So-
What was this kid
like,
doing?
I-
160?
When I read this, I was like, this is Dave.
How fast was he going?
He blew a fucking red light. The video is
Doesn't
like,
say.
it's just dumb. He was going fast. He blows a red light, peels out at a red light, and there's a cop behind him.
But listen, this is no different than like, do you know who I am from being an actor or a sports coach? You know what I mean? It's not like
And the sad thing is,
it is. I think it is.
why though. For in this guy's head, he's got some credibility. He's got something behind him. 4 million followers is a big deal.
There's
nowadays.
a difference between, hey, do you know who I am, and trying to get out of a ticket versus I can do whatever I want because I have 4 million followers.
I don't defend him. I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
I think those are
it's-
two different things.
You think so?
I think trying to get out of it's
I
like
don't-
same
I
as
don't
like
think
a
so.
pretty girl trying to get out of it. Like you know, like they get out of tickets. Maybe a famous person gets out of tickets. We've heard stories like that before, being like, hey, like, do you know who I am? I'm so and so. I think it's a douchebag move, But I think there's a difference between the level of arrogance where it's like, I have 4 million followers. You can give me a ticket. I can do whatever I want.
So is there
Fuck
between
you.
that and besides saying I'm Hall of Fame, brother, I'm legit?
Hall of Fame's getting out of it. He's trying to get out. I didn't follow Chief big time here.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get out of it. I don't think he's like, I'm like above the law.
Yeah, what they're saying. It's
Yeah.
like, I could do this.
Right.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
This kid's like, I'm above the law. I'm above you. Fuck off.
He's a dickhead.
Dickhead kid. Yeah.
Next thing here, Britney Spears ripped her mom about the conservatorship. Chief, I know we talked about this a lot.
Yeah, I think she's going scorched earth on everybody. It sounds like her dad. When we watched the documentary, her dad was like, "Holy fuck! Like this guy's a monster." Now it seems like Jamie Lynn Spears, the sister, was not great to her.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
And the mother as well. So it's like it seems like everybody rode her like she was the show pony and just wouldn't get off the ride. Like they're just gonna run her into the ground and didn't give a fuck about anything except for money. So I'm kind of inclined to believe that Britney's mom was also a piece of shit.
Carl?
Yeah, family's tough, man.
Allegedly.
You know, it's not all roses. Some families, you know, you don't really get along. I sympathize with the fact that, you know, your dad's just so fucking public, and now everybody probably expects Britney's going to go on tour next year or some shit, or that she's like, you know, going to come out in the red jumpsuit and just bring those boners back to life. And I think we got to give her some fucking space.
You don't think it's going to happen?
I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I don't rule it out. I'm just saying, like, give her, like Dave. Like, Dave won't give her any space.
Dave, thoughts?
I'll give her it's she's clearly not all there, so I have trouble making light of the situation, but sounds like her family is a bunch of pieces of shit, and I hope she is in a year from now in the red jumpsuit.
I hope she's able to make her own money and keep it.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be nice. That would be nice.
All right. Last topic, college football rankings dropped. First one, Georgia 1, Alabama 2, Michigan State 3, Oregon 4. The last two outside looking in were Ohio State and Cincinnati 5-6. White Sox, Dave, we'll start with you.
I think it's very easy to say that Georgia is the clear-cut number one, and after that it's everybody else. The main focus I have is on the undefeateds in Cincinnati and Michigan State.
Wake Forest.
And Wake Forest. We were talking about this on Redline Radio earlier. It's if you go undefeated, what more can you argue to say that I should be in the playoff? This is obviously an argument for expanded playoffs. That's a different topic for the most part. But anybody who's seen Cincinnati play at the same time knows they're not actually a top 4 team. But at the same time, they probably should be because they haven't lost yet.
It's like resume versus eye test. Cincinnati people are going to be very mad at you for saying that.
It's the truth, though. It is. Like, I don't think they're beating a
But
one
can
loss
you say
OSU
they didn't get
or
respect, though?
Cincinnati?
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, look, they went on the road and beat Notre Dame. And Notre Dame's not having a great year either. Like, again, they only have the one loss, and it's to an undefeated Cincinnati team. But anybody who has watched Notre Dame in the last 4 years.
This is not their.
But they got more respect than Oklahoma and Wake Forest. Like, they got
Oklahoma's
some
trash.
respect.
Yeah.
It's not.
But they
I don't know
also
how you quantify
started.
that.
Well, Oklahoma has had.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think Oklahoma's butt.
And they started way higher in the rankings than Wake Forest did. Like, Wake Forest has had to, like, incrementally go
Right.
up. But I would say the one that sticks out to me is Bama. Like, Bama, like, if you're ever going to say, like, a year where you could say, like, Alabama's overrated,
It's this year.
they're overrated. Like,
Sure.
they struggle. Like, they don't – what are their quality wins? Anybody? Like, Mississippi State? Oh,
Eh.
you know, like, They barely beat Florida. Florida stinks. Like, they're not the number – I don't know who number 2 is, but it shouldn't be them. But I know that we're going to have a situation.
But at the same time, they're better than Cincinnati, I think.
I think they would beat Cincinnati on a neutral field, but I think Cincinnati has earned it more, if that makes sense.
Carl, your thoughts?
I think
Yeah.
there's like a bunch of tiers of college football fan, and like I'm smack dab in the middle where like I'm interested in rankings, but to like sit around at this point in the year and be like, wow, this is crazy. I get the reason why it's there, but it's just like it appeals to such a small population of people, I feel like, that are really into like who's 7 and who's 6 ranked.
Brandon!
We're 17. We're right. Yeah, 17.
17,
right
Brandon.
next to Ole Miss.
Brandon!
Yeah, of course we're 17.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where we should be. Well, we should be up ahead of Ole Miss, but we'll beat them later.
Big storylines, but like It's just so demanding to follow this stuff. Like, how many more weeks until?
And it's also the first one. I feel like the first one they like to ruffle feathers. So who knows how much, like they're getting what they want. I believe that anyways. Maybe people don't.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit
Adhere
on
to
Redline
that.
too. I do think that it would cause more of like a talking point and chaos if Indiana or if Cincinnati and Alabama were flipped. If they had Alabama 6, the entire South would
You're
be
right.
in revolt.
I would agree with
Yeah.
that. I would agree with that.
So
because
if they wanted to ruffle
good point.
feathers, they could have done it that way. I don't know. And I do think, like, to Carl's point, I am one of those people who like, kind of follow it because I'm always kind of like seeing like where Notre Dame shakes out. But like, there's so much football to go. Like I'm rooting for Michigan State. I love that Kenneth Walker. I don't think they're going to finish the year undefeated. Like, they're Michigan State. Like, they've done that one time, I think, in my lifetime, and then they got their doors blown off by Alabama in the playoffs. So it's like they have Ohio State left on the schedule. I think they still play Penn State. Like, they're probably going to get tripped up. Wake Forest is probably going to get tripped up. So, like, all this will sort itself out.
Yeah.
my final takeaway is, I don't know, is there room for a G5 and a Power 5 playoff? Can you do that?
Like, do 2 separate playoffs?
Yeah, because it sucks for these schools like UCF a couple years ago and this, if they're going to run the table, to them just be holding their fucking dick at the table at the end. It sucks. Like, let them do something.
Well, our whole lives we've been like literally, well, basically in the history of college football, you've been constrained to like picking and all this shit. Like, we're gonna vote. Here's the national champion, and then the BCS, and now the fucking college football playoff. Like, it literally won't be solved until you actually have a tournament with 3 rounds and multiple. You know, like so that because I would love to get to a place where like I just don't. Who gives like why?
Yeah.
Why is that a fucking issue?
You know what also I've maybe become more aware of since we've been like in media is like the fact that it's like for at least the AP poll, it's college football writers. Media people, myself, ourselves, we don't know dick about anything. Like we like, why are they in charge of picking like who the best team is? They don't know shit. It's like we all know what those people are. They're like they should not be in charge. So they should have some other form. I think the committee is better than what the BCS or just having the AP pick it like they used to like when we were kids. But I don't know. It's right now it's not right. I don't know about the group of 5 because then it feels like an NIT.
Yeah.
And
But people would pay attention, though.
They would pay attention.
People, like, I would love that. You wouldn't like that? I would love that.
But wouldn't you, if you're Cincinnati?
But I don't think it is the NIT because big schools could play in the NIT. It would be, I don't know.
But it's like I meant just as like a secondary.
a consolation, yeah.
Like,
They wouldn't want it. How do you recruit a kid and be like, hey, you get to like
Yeah,
nobody
you
wants
get to
it.
But
play
if you're not
level
going to
in.
give them a chance, that's what I'm saying. It's just
But
not.
at least they believe they have a chance. So,
Yeah.
like Cincinnati's walking around being like, "We go undefeated. We're going to play for a national
They're just
championship."
never going to get it.
Well,
I think this year they can. If they do go 12-0 and that sorts itself out, like Michigan State loses.
It'd be cool to see.
Yeah.
didn't we turn this corner in 2007 with Boise State? Like, I feel like that's what I'm saying. Like, we just live in purgatory here with college football where it's like, well, maybe this team, and if we do go to an expanded playoff, the worst part will be I love those January 1st bowl games where it's just kind of like the number 8 team versus the number 7 team.
The granddaddy of them all. Like
couple
Yeah.
2-loss
Yeah.
teams squaring off on New Year's Day hits
I
right.
think we are in the minority on that, though. I think the world is starting to shift out of that.
I think 6 is the right number.
Yeah.
So you have your 5 champions and then 1 at large, which can be a second SEC or Notre Dame or a group of 5 or depending on the year.
All right. That's the rundown. After show, anybody have anything?
Well, White Sox Dave came in today with some passionate comments about our set. I thought maybe Dave could open up the floor here.
Yeah, I don't know why we have to do it in here when Ed's got his own chair and Chief is sitting on my lap.
I sat down first, so you sat
it doesn't
down after
matter
me.
the order of which we sat down because
I'm literally not touching you.
I mean I don't want to be that close to you. Do you want to be this close to me?
It's not that bad. It's not as bad as I thought it would be.
It's not good.
You want to be in the others. What about Tom? Do you care from a production standpoint?
I think it's a different look.
I like it.
Like everyone sees our shit and they see us in the big studio with the 4 of us. Mm-hmm. I think it's like, hey, you know what they're.
There's better branding in the big studio.
Yeah, like the only reason I'm here is because the host in the rundown has a different seat too.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it
Absolutely,
They have
always
three guys.
has.
does. And they have 2 recliners, and they have 1
And
Stool.
so why do
stool.
we got to do what New York does?
I don't know.
I just like you two competing for the right to make a decision.
I mean, I usually just tap out because whatever Ed says goes. But
All right.
I mean, you're well thought out. Your reason, like what you just said were great points, and
I don't think they were great points at all. He said that's because
Do you have any? You got us in this. No, you got us out of it.
yeah, I think a difference that's great, especially when we come out of that and we come out of like Redline Radio or Dog Walk or whatever. Like that's a different vibe. I'd rather come in here cramped, and I like you firing the questions at us a little bit. I feel like
you
I'm a late
you-
night show.
So you like it?
I'm willing to fucking sit next to I'm willing to go nut to nut with Chief.
Gotcha. Chief,
For
you
it.
like it too?
Yeah, I think it's 6 dozen. What's that? 6 dozen, half dozen the other, whatever. Like I don't really care. Like, I think it's.
Whoa,
I think
say
we
that again.
6 and 1, half dozen the other. That's
6 to 1, half dozen to the other.
Yeah, it's the same. It means they're the same. Anyways, I think we could even do it in our lounge area if we want to
Where are
move
the
some
cameras?
Move some the cameras. I'm looking at them. They're all on wheels.
Could you set one of those cameras up?
No, I don't know.
See, that's it. I don't like offering the fucking moves if you can't do it.
That's what I'm saying.
We'll have Harry sit in here.
Yeah,
be away.
and if we were at a real Penn National Gaming Casino, would they let you put food all over the fucking poker table? No, they wouldn't.
What does that have to do with anything?
There's food on this poker table.
Well,
You don't
we're
put food on the
Barstool.
felt.
It's not a poker table, moron.
Blackjack table. It's still felt. You don't put food on felt.
We'll end on him calling Dave a moron. That's the rundown. We'll see you guys next Wednesday.